Excellent. All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Crying is a Free Action, a podcast about news and politics and things across the United States and the globe and our home states.
Why are we
Tom is
talking like
hosting today.
this?
Hi there.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So I'm hosting. We're covering a lot of different news and events from around the globe. I'm Tommy, joined here with Justin above.
Hi. Tommy's going to host today because I'm very tired and my balls are very chafed.
Yep, and we got Al below. Hi, Al.
Hey.
Yep.
Lovely. Thanks, Al.
And yep, we're here. We're the team behind easyvotend.com. So you can check here. We got some articles. I guess the biggest one so far is actually a little section up here that Justin wrote on some law enforcement advice. I do recommend taking a good read. It's very informational. Yeah. So
I used to be a cop. I got better, I promise.
so we're gonna jump right into it. So I guess the first one today we got this is one I like to post it. That North Dakota is submitting a proposal to ban candy, soda, and food from food assistance.
Yeah, poor people can't enjoy anything.
Correct.
Yeah,
Poor people can't.
that's exactly the thing.
So in this particular article, the federal, so basically North Dakota has asked the federal government. The federal government has asked as part of their Make America Healthy Again objectives.
Matt.
MAHA, to make changes, and one of them is banning, I guess, food, things that consider like soda, food, candies, um, and this is a way so that the reason they are banning these things is so that they're doing what's a carrot, so that the North Dakota can then get more money for their budget. I think it was like 500 million.
No,
Nope.
you need 500 million. You have like 10 people.
Yeah, that's why we only need 500 million. Come on.
Yep. So you need every single dollar you can get.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why they're making these changes. It'll take about 8 months to implement. So they're going to talk to the 600 different retailers to try to help make America healthy again.
Super
So
cool.
so the things that they are banning when they say candies, so things like chewing gum, chocolate covered nuts,
That's
sweetened
food.
cereal bars.
That's food.
That is food. They're also banning energy drinks, energy shots. So like your monsters and your.
I'm listen, as I you do not drink these. They are super bad for your heart. All right. So it
I
might
used
be
to drink like 3 of them in a row when I was enlisted.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I used to be a cop and I can't get off of them.
They used to have
My
these
heart's
ones
gonna
called
explode.
They used to have these ones called the BFCs. I don't think they have those anymore.
Oh man, I love all the ones that were like just Bootsy made in some garage and then they're just gone forever now. I had one time that was just called Jet Force.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
I know the big one growing up as a kid.
My favorite one is still the Rippets.
Rippets.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, bro, rip it.
Put caffeine back in Four Loko, you cowards.
So
I thought we were making America great again.
So anything with caffeine, guarana, glucosamine, lactone, whatever that word means, or taurine, those are falling under the banned category. So, but things
All
like
that shit is like extracted from plants.
it's pretty bad. So some of it could be kind of bad if in taking high amounts.
Well, yeah, that's true.
It's okay, but anyways, but Powerade, Gatorade, that's still allowed. The candy definitions kind of weird. Like I'm like chocolate covered nuts. I think that's fine. But so anyways,
yeah. What about like trail mix?
Trail mix is banned from Snap.
What?
Yeah.
This is food. This is often my lunch or dinner or breakfast.
Yeah. So you can probably, if you want to redefine what the sweetened things are, because I'm like sweetened cereal bars without flour. I'm like, those are not a bad snack for kids.
No.
Like, and
or
I guess
adults.
Or adults. I think it's great. Probably like I wonder if like the nature valleys might be banned too, because it should be.
Fucking
If it's
crumbs everywhere.
But yeah, so we're reaching out to 600 retailers to try and make this change. Like, I like the idea in principle. Don't get me wrong. Um, but trying to ban some kind of desserts and stuff is kind of rough. It really is
Yeah,
kind of
it's
rough.
oh no, you can't enjoy anything because you're poor. You have to like here's your brown sack that you both live, shit, and clothe yourself in.
That's right.
Sponsored by Amazon.
Sponsored by
Yeah,
Amazon.
brought you
Um,
by Chom.
so that is yeah. So in this case, and I do know quite a few people. I mean, maybe I don't know in particular areas, but sometimes the closest place they can get to is literally the gas station, right?
Yeah,
Because they just have to walk there. Especially if it's in like suburbia. It's so those places sometimes are a bit of a food desert. Sometimes you can't really reach to get the nice food from the grocery stores. So this
yeah.
could affect a lot of people. Um,
Especially like in the middle of winter here when we have a lot of road closures and things as well.
that's right. It's a bit short sighted, but they're trying to get to do these kind of changes for Secretary is to give the North Dakota like $500 million on their budget. So it's a tough one. If they will redefine some of the things, it might be better. I think.
Yeah.
But all right, next up, let me see here. Oh, all right. Okay, so this is an ice thing. Hang on one second. Let me do some sharing to my co-host here. Let's see. Okay. Yep. So then my
Yeah,
co-host can also hear what's going on if they want to watch.
yeah.
Something.
This is we're not gonna watch this whole thing because it's pretty harrowing, honestly. But this is what's happening on a very regular basis. To not just like one, most of these immigrants have no charges, or never had a criminal charge. Some of them have never even had like a traffic ticket. Um, and this is the indiscriminate behavior that is allowed toward people of color right now. So we can play that whenever you're ready, and we'll probably only the first 30 seconds or so.
All right, no problem. One moment. Let me just make it a little bigger for viewers at home so I can watch the horror.
And so one of the things I was talking about is how cops can't take your phone and things of that nature. And you notice how they're not taking your phone; they're just pushing it. And that's just an intimidation tactic because they can't just take it because that's your property. You're not under arrest. You can't be searched.
Stay in there. You can't do nothing to me. No, you can't.
God,
Yeah.
that's one of my people.
And so,
I don't give a fuck.
yeah,
You just turn off your
it's
camera.
all
No,
about
he might be one of mine. Unfortunately.
He's very chino.
Stay in there. I don't want to do anything to you, brother. You can't do nothing to me, nigga.
So, and they're literally like the what the scene is these parents are being abducted by ICE, and the kids are in the car. So it really, this is horrible. Like,
Yes, I can.
and there's not a lot of follow up on this one. I've been trying to look into it, but from what we understand, that the kids were young adults, so at least that they have some family in the area. But
Stay there. You can't do shit to me. You can't do shit to me. You can't do shit to me. No, you can, bro. Stay there.
Oh, this is hot.
yeah, and I think that's probably enough. But that's the kind of thing that is happening hundreds of times a day under ICE. And it's, I mean, now it's happening in Monkey State too. If we want to move to the next one, this one is also really bad to watch.
All right.
So
Yeah, step the clip. Go ahead.
yeah, actually, why don't we just play this one and then we'll talk about it, because I kind of want to let it speak for itself.
All right. Let's see.
This is what ICE does. There will be terrorists, stupid babies. Mama, you okay, Mama? You okay? You okay,
And so these people have been pepper sprayed. Boom.
Oh my god.
A literal drive-by pepper spraying. They didn't do anything. They're literally just parked in a vehicle.
Like that's an assault right there.
Yeah, absolutely. So all of the use of force continuums. And yeah, there's a baby in the car.
Mama, you okay, Mama?
They just used a big ass pepper spray fogger, which is what we use in prisons, to hit a fucking car with a family in it. That is just literally an assault. Yeah, they were shopping at Sam's Club.
Yep, just shopping at Sam's Club and then just get a drive by. That's
Yep. So that's Trump's Gestapo, everybody. Let's see. Let's go to the next story then, because these guys are idiots. The one thing, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, is that they're not getting proper training. They're not getting screened properly. We've already had stories where they can't pass the test. They can't pass the physical fitness stuff, that they're being waved through. And then now we have it was a guy pointing a gun at a female driver, only to learn that the guy was an ICE agent. And she was following him around, but this guy was in plain clothes, wouldn't identify himself, anything like that. And so he's just some creep up, like abducting people off the street. She had the presence of mind to know that he was ICE. And then the cops show up and we're like, what are you fucking doing? He's like, well, I'm ICE. And so the other thing is you can't just pull your gun on somebody who's following you around, especially when you're a law enforcement officer. But
yeah,
the Roberts Court and Greg Bavino and this whole conclave of power grabbers has given them basically carte blanche to do what they want, even though the Supreme Court has ruled in the past that what they're doing is totally illegal.
Yeah, I know there was like I think it was one of the state laws or something. I think it was the FBI was recommending to like not cover your face, right? Or trying to tell
Correct.
other.
So that's a new thing now, is that the FBI is recommended. Well, because there's been a rash of these problems where they get arrested and they don't know who they are, and then there's like, actual street cops show up and be like, hands up, what are you doing? Why you got all these guns? Because there's just dudes standing around with big guns. And so go to the next clip, because you'll see some ICE guys just get out of a car with lights anybody can buy, with guns anybody can buy, in street clothes.
Sounds like these ICE guys are not very nice guys.
4 out of 10.
Okay.
2 out of 10 from me.
Oof.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not here to be funny.
He's not here for our approval.
I've gone to therapy. I don't need anybody's approval of my own. Oh, there's no sound. Hang on.
Yeah, there might not be sound for this one.
Oh no, I forgot to put play sound.
Okay.
He didn't have it turned on.
¿Qué se siente?
Okay.
¿Qué se siente?
So
¿Qué se siente? What? You're gonna take out your fucking guns? You're gonna do that?
So
You're
this guy's just in jeans and a hoodie and a hat, and he's got his AR-15
Why
out.
the fuck are you taking my people? Why are you taking my people? Salgan, llamen a la policía. ¿Por qué te estás llevando a mi gente,
And he's
pendejo?
in some cruiser with just lights anybody can buy.
I'll report
And
it.
so what he did,
What the fuck are you gonna do? What the fuck are you
is
gonna
he
do?
took her keys.
He took my fucking wallet. Call the cops. People, call the cops.
Yeah,
He has
so he
my
took her
wallet.
shit.
Llamen a la policía. Llamen a la policía.
And-
We're not gonna fucking leave. Llamen a la
Yeah.
policía. What are you gonna do? You have my wallet. Give me my wallet. Dame mi cartera, pendejo. Give me my fucking wallet. Dámela. Muchos huevos, no culero. Muchos pinches
And
huevos.
so where they just leave.
What?
With her
Estúpido.
wallet, her keys,
He fucking took
with her
my
car
wallet.
just in the
Call
middle of the fucking
cops.
road.
Why are none of you doing shit? Call the cops. He took my keys. Alguien lo puede seguir. Hey, he has my car keys. Call the cops. He has my keys. Ay,
And
ese
so
estúpido
they dropped
baboso.
the keys off
Llama
in
a
the
la
wall-off with
policía,
some
no
local
puedo mover el
PD like they
carro.
found them.
Oh, these fuckers. Call 911. Llamen a la policía.
Yeah, and so I just want to say that when I was a cop at any of the law enforcement agencies that I worked at, if we had done anything even remotely close to that, you would have been ultra fired. You would have been fired and then blacklisted from like every agency around. Holy shit. I cannot believe.
But that was when things kind of made sense.
Yeah, and I just want to say
Nowadays, if you
that
did
is the
that,
standard we used to hold ourselves to in this country.
nowadays, if you did that, you'd probably be lauded as a fucking local hero.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, this is.
So this is just a lot of, we used to listen, the cops used to not be able to do that to you in this country, like 15 years ago only.
I mean, they would still do it.
They
It
would
get
still do it,
swept under the
obviously.
rug, but
Yeah, they would still
now
do
it's
it.
just overt.
Yeah.
Police spent 73.
All right. Moving on to, I guess, more of the horrors of living in Trump's America.
Yeah, this is literally a police state.
We really haven't, we have not defeated fascism. I think fascism
Nope.
is one. So
I'm gonna interject and be, I guess, a dissenter and say that we've never not been a police state. If you're not white.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment, honestly.
So okay, yep. So another one here. Thanks to our okay, this is a looks like a news clip about a man, Ayman Solomon. Used to be a chaplain. Yep. And then he was basically was held in ICE facility detention for 73 days, which is wild. All right. Can you guys see it? On your
I can see the YouTube thing, yeah.
Excellent.
Police spent 73 days locked up. Tonight, a former Cincinnati
we
Children's
won't watch the
Hospital
whole thing, or
chaplain
we will
is
definitely
talking
get
with us
copyright
about
struck,
his time
but yes.
in ICE detention.
His story, of course, gaining national attention. WLWT.
Memories behind bars still haunt Ayman Solomon.
I don't think there was one day that I didn't think of deportation and execution or torture.
The now former Cincinnati Children's Hospital chaplain and Clifton Mosque imam found himself locked away inside a Butler County ICE detention cell.
I did some looking into it, but yeah.
I was very stressed out, trying to get used to this life that I never imagined I'll be in one day. I came to the U.S. because I was persecuted and I was wanted for the Egyptian authorities.
That's him there holding a camera, and I found out that what he was doing over there as part of like a religious group is they were documenting like atrocities against humanity. And that's why Egypt was persecuting him. So listen, he's not some criminal or something fleeing Egypt. He was a guy who's literally like, oh God, we're doing the wrong thing. We need to do something about this. And the government's like, stop doing something about it or we're going to kill you and your family. And then he's like, I would like to go to America now, please. And that's the country we used to be.
Let's see what we got here. I guess he's talking about, okay, this is him being canceled, I guess, from asylum, I guess.
Yeah. So he was a legal resident seeking asylum, and he was for years and years and years he was doing all the things, going to the courthouse, blah blah blah. And then literally they're just like, nah, you're done today.
Not eligible for asylum, and they came up with a new thing, which was because you provided material support to a tier 3 terrorist, undesignated terrorist organization.
Weeks later, before his check-in with ICE.
If anything happens, just to speak about me. Yeah. This is unfair. And going back to Egypt for me is a death sentence.
On July 9th, Solomon was detained. Even through the pain, the chaplain
so the organization
still found
he was
a way
with
to
provided
serve.
medical aid to basically anybody. And because there was a terrorist organization in the area, they're like, oh, well, you provided medical aid to terrorists.
Yeah. That's
Man, these guys can come up with any excuse to fucking arrest a brown person, but they still can't come up with like health care, affordable groceries. What an old-fashioned word.
As a body of clergy,
demonstrations in letters to
Which one,
elected
affordable
leaders,
or groceries?
his community,
Yes,
trying to free their friend.
If it gets out, that's what you want to be able to tell him. I did everything I could, humanly possible, to help you get out of here.
I saw this interview when I was in jail, and it brought me a lot of comfort, but at the same time, it broke my heart because I know that they will never give me this hug.
All right. Yeah. So imagine, like, I don't want to like try to make a hyperbole. It's not hyperbole. Like, I think the only reason this guy got out because he had so much like support behind him from the
correct.
public.
His community rallied behind him, and that's what we need to do. If you know somebody who gets fucking disappeared, you got to do everything in your power to make sure that they come back. So that really brings us into our next story.
Yeah, 1 second.
Where I've been harping on this again for a long time. So I used to be a cop. I got better. I'm sorry. I also spent a long time working in correctional facilities of lots of different types, jails, detention centers, prisons, prison camps, all that kind of shit. And I know a lot about inmate movement. And now they always change it. It's inmates, it's offenders, it's residents, it's clients, it's consumers, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. They're still people. You got to remember that. But I know a lot about inmate movement because I worked in cell houses and had to move not just between cell houses, but facilities as well, and between states. And so when they're snapping up this many people, I'm just like, how in the fuck are they keeping track of this? Because I know, like, you have to. So there, when you have evidence, there's chain of custody, and guess what? When there's people that you have to be accountable for because you are literally liable for their well-being, you have to have chain of custody for them as well. Well, except if they're like technically not U.S. citizens, then the rules are a little gray, and we can kind of do what we want. And so the answer is they're not keeping track of these people. They're just dumping them wherever and then shipping them off to other countries, sometimes to where they've never even been. And because of a kind of like a community done thing, that there's approximately 6,000 people who have now vanished.
Yep.
And there's like no hide or hair of them.
Yep, I was hearing about this. I think it was like 1,200 something people from Alligator Alcatraz, which is a couple-hour drive from me. So it's
is that still operating? I know that they were working on trying to get it closed because apparently the conditions were horrible. And that's the other thing too, is we have a bunch of terrible conditions at all these facilities.
They moved it, so now it's inside a gym of a high school, and they're all just sleeping on the ground. I mean, that's probably true. I'm just making shit up again. So.
Yeah, but I would believe that.
I mean, it doesn't sound very far-fetched.
That's a problem.
Yeah,
we laugh about this, but you making shit up is just as real as the truth.
But yeah, so in this case here we have this on the screen right now. We have a viral photo of this husband waiting outside a ICE facility. You know, because he tracked his wife. His wife disappeared, and it was the last place to ping. This is heartbreaking.
Use like a Find My Phone thing, and that's where she disappeared.
So they were probably sharing locations, you know, like my wife and I do with each other, and like I make my kid do with me, and he probably followed it to the last ping, because it'll show you the last ping within like the last few hours.
Yep.
See, so
and these guys had been married for a while. She'd been in the United States for like 15 years or something like that. No criminal record.
And this is what the government keeps doing. They're just breaking up, and people who've done absolutely nothing wrong.
Breaking up families. And that's the 6,000 people gone. And literally, he went to the cops, and the cops were like, "We'll try to look them up online." And that's the thing is that I'm trying to say is that when you have a chain of custody, it's not that hard to make a little database to find these people, which you can do in most state prison and jail facility, city jails or county jails or whatever. to find where people are. Except you can't do that with these people because they're not keeping track of them. They're literally herding them in and then trying to ship them out like a commodity.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we had similar kind of things, with talks of like Guantanamo Bay, right? They're treating this as basically like Guantanamo Bay, right? It's a black site where you just disappear people and torture them and give them, shitty treatment.
Yep. But we did have one small victory at least. A federal judge did say that Greg Bavino, the douchebag who works for ICE and has been running all of these big operations, was using unjustifiable force, and so he had to be reassigned. And they put him on training, but now it sounds like he may be deployed in North Carolina with his fucking goon squad.
Let me see if I can find a news article for that because the one source was deleted.
Yeah, it does happen. That happened on Friday, but it again, it's symbolic. It doesn't really mean anything.
Y'all want to hear something fucking stupid?
Yeah.
Bovino's from here.
From North Carolina?
Yeah, he's from Boone, which is fucking ridiculous because Boone is one of the most liberal probably areas in the state. That Asheville, Charlotte. That's
and we know that. Well, that makes sense that ICE is in Asheville and Charlotte though, because they want
mostly Charlotte. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Here we go.
Greg, you're a traitor.
Yep. No longer in Chicago. Yep. As we kind of mentioned, getting retrained, redeployed to New York or Chicago, Charlotte. What else we got here?
So we'll see a lot more really stupid hand gestures, Nazi coats, and excessive use of force from that guy coming from Monkey's home state.
I'm not from here, bro.
We disown this.
We should ship him to Nicaragua. Can we ship him to Nicaragua?
Who?
Greg Bavino.
Oh, they would probably actually really like him.
They're gonna hire him for their own mafia over there. Look at him.
Yeah, probably.
Let's see what else we got next. Okay,
so you're telling me all I gotta do to fit in with ICE is get a border patrol patch, and that's it.
Yeah,
I got
pretty much.
I have all the other stuff, including the sombrero.
Yes, that's correct. Yep, the beard really helps sell the image too. So
yeah.
It's as thick as I've ever seen it now. So,
Lord.
All right. Let's see. 20 people arrested outside. Yeah, that place it's a hellhole over there. What ICE has done to Chicago. So
yeah.
Let's see. All right. So next up, we got some big news. You may have heard that I have not talked and been mad about Snap stuff because the shutdown is over. Yay!
Yay!
We can feed people for now. Yeah, yay!
Yeah, it could shut down again in January.
Yep, and not could. It's probably will shut down.
I hope it probably fucking needs to,
because they haven't guaranteed any fucking votes on on bringing back the fucking extension for subsidies for ACA.
Right.
And like I told you, my fucking insurance is doubling, bro. More than doubling.
Yeah.
It's really bad. Yeah.
And this is people are like I told you, people are fucking blaming their companies and blaming the insurance companies, but this case, no, it's the fault of the government for not extending the Affordable Care Act subsidies.
Yeah.
Because now people are not getting insurance because it's too fucking much, which therefore increases costs for the rest of us.
Yes, and I mean that is also part of the blame on the insurance companies because they're allowed to run their business that way. So,
which again,
the government could also
regulate. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, like Medicare,
which they do in many other countries.
Hang on, CNN politics
has decided to
freeze upon me.
Damn you, CNN. Damn you, MSDNC.
So yeah, some key things. Democrats caved. You bitches.
Yep.
Yes, they did.
Yep. Also for money, just straight up corruption. Like literally healthcare companies like, yeah, we'll give you money. Chuck Schumer, like it's a big political play to protect his own seat, which might backfire on him now because
it's definitely gonna backfire. I fucking hope it backfires.
I also hope it backfires on him. He needs to be done. Thank you for your contribution to the party over the years, but please
what contribution?
Please go to a farm upstate. I'm being diplomatic.
Yeah,
bro, kick him the fuck out.
He's one of the weakest leaders of a minority party that we've ever seen. You know, like his buddy on the other, his good friend on the other side, Mitch McConnell, strong as hell. You know, even as a minority.
That's why he falls every time he's on camera.
That's right.
Well, that was years ago, but yes.
Because the thing you don't understand about Mitch McConnell, Al, is the man has giant balls, so it's hard for him to walk around sometimes.
Touche.
Wait, why are we praising Mitch McConnell?
I'm not praising Mitch McConnell. He's an evil man. I hope he dies. You hear me, Mitch?
Oh.
You will die one day.
Yeah, in the next few days.
That's not a threat.
Probably someday soon. Yeah, he's not doing so hot.
But you know, yeah,
he hasn't been. I don't know. He hasn't been doing so hot for the past like 20 years.
It's been it's at least a decade.
It's pretty bad. So this is even from CNN. You know, which I think
they're gonna take what you said out of context, Tommy. They're gonna take what you said out of context and then come get you.
You just wait.
No,
it's fine.
I will come to Florida. I will protest outside of the Alligator Alcatraz gymnasium.
Just throw my body out with the trash like they do on Fridays. It's fine. Let's see. But yeah, so in this case, this is a really weak showing from the Democrats. Once again, controlled opposition.
Yes.
Even though it's don't watch the stream, I'm just
and it's
to cancel button.
And it's like seconds. John Fetterman, fuck that guy. Like everybody was like, he's gonna be so great.
Angus King from
Tim Kaine. And the Tim Kaine clip was like, I've never wanted to slap somebody so bad so recently, other than Tim Kaine. Yeah, because he's straight up getting like, it was something like they just get like $1 million each from the the healthcare lobby.
On top of these things, you know, they made some kind of really weird deals, and to me, this is the most insane deal that you guys have probably already heard about. So, as with any kind of compromises somehow to keep the government open, the Republicans have been able to shove in a rider that allows some Republican senators to seek $500,000 for January 6 probes because they made it retroactive on the deal.
Basically, so the senators had their phone records and phones seized during the January 6 probe. And
oh my God. Bro.
And so what this is a little rider that says they can now seek damages against the government for doing that. And of course, Trump is just going to rubber stamp it like, oh yeah, our bad. Like, it was a hoax from the Democrats. They should have never had that done. So they're getting compensated.
Just like the Epstein files. Just like Trump giving fucking Bill Clinton a blowjob is a hoax. And that's why he only wants Democrats investigated.
That's probably the only thing he's done in the last 30 years he's done with his heart.
Yeah, so this is insane because it's not even.
Nah, bro, I think it was his mouth.
So this is like per violation, $500,000 or greater, whichever is greater, and it's just to see their metadata. So just like who do they make phone calls to?
Who did they call?
What at what time they make the calls, and that's it. So this
did they call Enrique Torres or whatever his name is, the Proud Boys guy?
Yeah, so that's apparently worth $500,000, and they can just sue the government themselves because it's this is corruption on some of the highest level. So
right.
And you know, part of it is also that, you know, it's okay. This shit's okay because our president can't do it. He's able to sue the Defense Department for emotional damages from him getting sued by the government, and he's collecting.
Yeah.
So,
Tommy Tuberville, that's a real fucking name?
Yeah, that's Louisiana, right?
Yeah, that's a Tuberville. All right.
Ron Johnson.
Cynthia Loomis.
Josh Hawley, that piece of shit.
Yeah, so
Lindsey Graham's still alive? Oh man.
I was actually just about to ask them. Like, what
I thought they made him like special envoy to Israel or some shit.
So yeah, this is this is some wild shit, guys. So yeah,
sweet,
good to know. Okay, this is also in terms of other things that they're making some changes to. Because of that, they're also passing some laws on top of that to kind of like
Oh, for
ban
hemp.
hemp.
Yep.
Hemp,
which is funny because that shit was legal here. Now it's people are like all up in arms about it here.
Do you know where all the hemp in the world is grown?
No.
Here.
Yeah.
Do you know where the only people in the world who use hemp is?
Here.
Here.
So this hemp measure basically makes it kind of like illegal to have basically let me see here, hemp plants to kind of make it once again this make this illegal, even though it is legal in many states.
Yes,
even for
and
medical
so
purposes.
what this is a specific form of THC that can be derived from the hemp plant in when you grow it in like bigger quantities and stuff. It's like the Delta 9 THC, or Delta 8, I guess. There are a couple different ones. There, like this
Delta,
happens
Delta,
a lot.
Delta.
Yeah, this happens a lot when people start having fun, and the government's like, "Nah, we can't have that. People have to be miserable at their jobs all the time." And so we have about a year to buy these. I literally just got some in the mail.
Yep.
And they were sweet.
Yep. So
they're over on the chair over there.
It's a real bummer. So sometimes there's a little
they're
bit of
literally in that box. Yeah.
A little bit of THC, CBD. That's all you need. It's not not for that many. It isn't that even incredibly small amounts too.
No,
So.
can't have THC, CBD
No, man.
for my DEIs.
Yep.
Nope.
That's right.
Nope. It's black culture or whatever. We can't have it. You might feel empathy for a person if you smoke too much weed.
Yeah, so this is also just like, I guess, overreach too. Of course, this is trying
3
to nullify.
milligrams. I'd have to eat like 20 of those fucking things.
Yeah, 3 milligrams per serving. So that's the current limit on Maine. So then, that's gonna be overruled.
This is a 1 gram vape. I'll be done with this in like 4 days.
Let me see. Yeah, so it get down to what, like 0.3 milligrams. So that's crazy. Make it okay. This bill serving THC content will make it legal for any hemp product that contains more than 0.4 milligrams. Jesus,
0.4?
0.4 milligrams.
Shit.
So
that's nothing.
Yeah.
You need to eat a whole block. And it was already kind of goofily restricted the way it was, honestly. Because like if you go to states, like you can go to like California or Washington where there's good weed and fucking get the like drinks where there's like 500 milligrams in like a 12-ounce can.
Yeah, so even it says here, right? So even a lot of places that have it somewhat legal, right? So even like in this case, Maine is 3 milligrams per serving, 5 milligrams per beverages, some 10, 15, they're even really low. These are incredibly low amounts in a way. So
yeah.
Yeah. So yep. That's right. Government doesn't want us to have fun. They want to bring back cigarettes and beer.
Well, and the other thing, yeah, and that's the thing is like, who stands to gain from this? It's like the nicotine industry and the alcohol industry, and millennials and Gen Z are killing the alcohol industry, which is a good thing. Yeah, that's all I have to say about. I use medical cannabis, and I'm a big proponent of it because I think it really helped me.
Yep.
That's all I have to say. I think people should try it.
Any final thoughts, Al, on cannabis? No? Okay. In other news of things going away, it's the penny. So in this case,
so we're not gonna have penny loafers anymore. Now we're gonna have to get dime loafers.
Nickel loafers, yes. I think nickel's still around.
No, bro, dime loafers are gonna be a thing.
No, isn't Trump minting? Aren't they gonna mint that Trump coin that is physically impossible to cut?
Oh, so they're gonna be Trump loafers?
Yeah, Trump. Yeah.
They're gonna have.
We'll call them dumpers.
Big beautiful bills.
So in this case,
big beautiful Bubba.
The reason we're stopping the pennies is to save the U.S. Treasury $56 million.
Yeah.
And also,
can you explain the math on that? On why Yeah.
Yeah. So like with pennies, we actually like lose. I think we do lose money for each time we print an actual penny because the metals used, we had to change it from copper all the way to like zinc with like a copper coating and stuff. So
Correct.
yeah.
This actually happened with like nickels and dimes a long time ago.
Yeah, so it's just not. This is actually kind of gives a little bit of a headache sometimes as business owners.
Yes.
uh, so like the cool thing is
Wait, so you don't like it when people pay in pennies?
It's
no,
not that. It's just that tax makes every total fucking impossible to like calculate unless it's like totally static prices, which doesn't fucking happen when there's tariffs on everything and companies are always changing prices and raising prices.
Yep. So the fun one is that like
Wait,
other.
so the tariffs aren't good for us?
No.
I don't think even Donald thinks the tariffs are good for us.
I don't know, bro. If you listen to him, we have trillions.
There's
Because
trillions
of
on the tariff
tariffs.
shelf.
Yep, there's trillions on the tariff shelf. Just take a couple and pay your people.
Let's see. So I'm
That'd
trying
be
to
great.
find the article because we just before I get to it, I do remember that we did sign a bill is not correct. We issued an executive order to try to
Which
lower
is
the tariff
not
on.
Yes. And an executive, I just want to say this. If you get a memo at work, that's what an executive order is. It's a memo to the federal government. It's your boss giving all the employees in the federal government a memo. That's what an executive order is supposed to be. You can't undo a constitutional amendment with one.
Yep. So this just happened, I think, a couple days ago. Oh no, Friday. It's happened literally Friday. So in this case, Donald Trump has scrapped tariffs on beef, which we mostly locally produce,
Yes.
coffee that's imported, and tropical fruits in order to push lower grocery store prices. So let's see.
This guy doesn't understand the economy at all.
He doesn't understand anything at all, bro. This motherfucker was born into fucking massive wealth, and he squandered it, and then thinks he's some sort of fucking genius because he paid somebody to
He's a
fucking
demagogue.
ghostwrite his autobiography that
Yeah.
had a bunch of shit that was just made up.
And bad business advice.
Yeah, I don't understand why anybody in the working class thinks this motherfucker is good for anything other than serving himself. He was literally born with a silver fucking spoon. How can somebody like that represent the interests of the working class?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And
yeah, but like at the beginning of the show, Tommy had so lovingly crafted all those clips to keep people entertained, and the one with the guy talking to the pro-lifers, like a bunch of those people just live in a fucking different reality.
yeah, that guy's pretty good. I think it's like Walter Masterson or something like that. His name is.
Oh yeah, I've seen him on the Tiki Talkie before.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Just trying to show people are they don't
how stupid people are,
and they're hypocritical, and
how fucking far removed from reality and fucking
there was a sweet old man on there who was definitely like, hell yeah, I think all kids should have a hot meal, and I was like, see, this is one of the guys who could get there, I think.
Yeah, so like a lot of people said no, but there were some people that said yes and signed his like petition. I think it's a pretty good clip.
Yeah.
It does show differences in Americans, and yeah, some people live by what they say. So this guy here, this motherfucker here, absolutely not.
No, he'll fucking say anything if it makes him a buck or makes him look good or makes him feel good.
It's funny that he doesn't like Vance because of that, but they're the same fucking person.
Yeah. And Peter Thiel is like, I don't know, man. That's probably why they don't like each other, is because they are the same person.
Except one's gay.
Which one?
Yes.
All right.
Got him.
All right. So I guess we're gonna move on to. Okay. So the hottest news, the hottest goss of this week on what I'm gonna call the presidential dunking hour, sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts, America's leading choice of donuts. You dunk
No,
not
sponsored. No. Also. No.
We have no sponsors. We're an independent news. In fact, we're losing money. We're losing incredible amounts of money in these lawsuits that we're trying to fight.
What lawsuits?
All these copyright strikes and claims from playing clips from Have I Got News for You. They were no, I don't want to say that. They were actually really cool about it. So No, they let us keep the clip. Thank you.
Let's see. Let me go find that quick. Let me find a quick article about this first. So you guys want to talk about the Epstein emails? I guess.
Oh my God! First of all, Epstein was functionally illiterate. That shit is hard to read.
Bro, all of them are fucking hard to read. None of these people have a general idea of any sort of fucking education whatsoever.
And that's the thing is like RFK literally put his name. Like that's the thing is the joke. Like a real thing that happened is RFK Jr. put his name in the middle of a blank sheet of paper as his application to Harvard, and he got in. And he probably never did a moment work, and he got a degree. And now it fucking shows because that guy's brain dead. And not just from the worm.
I think the worm died because of that.
Yeah, probably. There was no sustenance up there.
But yeah, this just fucking applies to all of them. Fucking Trump has no fucking literacy skills. He can't fucking read. He can't fucking write.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
Nothing.
a thing. Is like from like his time on The Apprentice or whatever. He never once read a cue card, and in the by the beginning or the end of the first season, they're like, he can't fucking read, can he? And so that's been a long ongoing thing too. Like, oh, he can't fucking read for shit.
Yeah, the man can't read. That's why he uses a giant
same
Sharpie to
same thing
do
with
everything.
same thing with fucking Elon using fucking big words to make himself try and seem smart. The motherfucker has no fucking idea what anything means.
No.
So the big one is in this case there was okay, so the Epstein brothers, Mark and Jeffrey, they have sent some emails back and forth, and one of them included Mark and Jeffrey references of photos of Trump blowing Bubba. So unfortunately, I don't know who Bubba was because I am under the age of knowing that is a common nickname for Bill Clinton.
I know who Bubba is.
Who's Bubba?
I'm older than yes. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, holy shit. The joke about like it's so hard not to think that like holy shit there is the lizard conclave people, except it was them the whole time, because literally every accusation with them is an admission.
Fucking admission, yes.
And now it's like, oh my God, the joke about Putin having Trump piss photos is this is way better than that. Is way better.
So I mean, this is the working theory that I'm having is that with me and my brother, we're like, look, it's not that, this man is not ashamed of having sex with children, right? He's just ashamed of having gay sex with Bill Clinton. So, that's what's actually in Epstein's files.
Yeah. And you got fucking dumb bitches like Megyn Kelly out there like, well, it's not pedophilia if it's a 15-year-old and a 5. And
something? I should have fucking sent you guys this fucking clip I saw earlier this week.
I just want to say, that's fucking gross.
It is gross, and this piggybacks onto that shit because there was this motherfucker who actually I think it was called in or sent or was on some person's stream asking why it was wrong to fucking rape children.
Oh no.
Yes. Genuinely, I don't
get it. Because it's wrong. They can't consent. Their brains have not fully formed yet.
Is something I have to explain to you to adults? And the answer is yes. Apparently, yes. We got to explain to adults why having sex with children is wrong, and they'll be like, "Oh, but if you were Jewish, a bar mitzvah, just shut the fuck up, you weirdos." Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she had her quinceañera. What? No.
No.
Mm-mm.
So you're telling me the age of consent is different between Jewish people and Mexican people? I'm like, no, you're insane. There's all insanity. So
yes,
whatever the laws were back then, applied then, we're living in different laws and social constructs now. So,
yes.
How hard is this?
Good Lord.
So in this case, Megyn Kelly. I don't know. I don't really want to play the clip because I couldn't find it. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
1 second. Hang on.
Yeah, don't play it big though. Play it small because they will copyright us. But the smaller the video on the screen, the harder it is for them to catch.
I gotta put like a giant image of maybe this. This Megyn Kelly show is sponsored by Lexus.
That's just entertainment like weekly. They're sponsored by Lexus.
Okay, and maybe we're sponsored by Lexus.
That's
okay,
not a what? Where do you see that? That's just an ad, bro.
I don't know. And when you put these two things next to each other, I don't know what to tell you.
It literally says ad right there.
I'm gonna hit play.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm Megyn Kelly. Welcome to the Megyn Kelly Show.
No, I'm not watching.
Oh God, it's the whole show. No fucking. You want to react to Megyn Kelly for an hour and a half?
No.
No.
Let me just do this quick. Megyn. Does she have an H in her name? Oh my God, she spells it the worst way possible.
No. Yeah,
I know. She spells it like a
D-Y-N.
Let's see. We got the clip. CNN. Will CNN copyright strike us?
No.
Hell yeah. That's based.
Yeah, CNN's pretty cool about it.
We gotta watch an ad first.
For sweet.
But Comcast Business, I need that.
They got him.
Okay.
Hook, line, and sinker.
In a variety of different ways. You have the podcast host Megyn Kelly, who says that she's not excusing Epstein's behavior, but explain why she thought he wasn't a pedophile. Listen to this.
Oh boy.
This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls.
Barely legal. That's not fucking legal.
That's still not legal.
We have yet to see anybody come forward and say I was I was under 10. I was under 14 when I first came within his purview.
That
you
doesn't
can
make
say
it
that's
better.
a distinction without a difference.
No, it's not.
I think there is a difference. There's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old. You know, it's just what.
Yeah.
The number
Gross.
keeps getting smaller. Son of a bitch. Oh, look, man.
I don't need to hear anymore.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll wait to say it. That was.
I'll give credit to Josh Johnson hosting the Daily Show this week, which you should all go watch. He's like, yes, we do know there's a difference between a 5 and a 15-year-old. We also should know that you, no matter when you're talking about it, it's a bad thing.
I guess, yeah, that was really bad. We'll just pivot a little bit to kind of give ourselves a little bit of a break from the Donald Trump dunking hour, sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts.
We're not sponsored. Quit saying that.
So in this case, we have a U.S. Rep Marionetta Miller. Oh, that's such a great name.
What a fucking name.
Marionette Miller Meeks.
Miller Meeks.
Jesus Christ.
Chautauqua, Iowa. What the fuck?
So in this case, she's in a small town of Iowa, and this is a town hall. One of the
Probably
few
a Native American name.
Doing a town hall.
Yeah, but why is she representing it?
Touche.
So in this case, this is the reaction from the crowds as she speaks. So she's going to ask a question here. I don't know what she asked.
Wait, is this the one who said that we're all gonna die?
No,
no. That was another old blonde Karen.
Oh, I'm sorry. They all look the same.
So in this case, yep. So you can probably we're feeling this from like the crowd's point of view. So
here in the audience, one clap for Kellen. Why did you allow your committee to put in place the largest cuts to Medicaid in the program's entire history?
Get wrecked, nerd.
Thank you for the applause for the Energy and Commerce Committee voting to strengthen and preserve Medicaid.
No.
What did she say?
Liar. Oh, you mean the Congress lady?
Yeah.
She was like, thank you for applauding the biggest cuts and savings to Medicaid ever. And they're like, no.
Wow.
And those seniors or veterans who are dual eligible will continue to have that funding.
So I guess in this case, this is a full thing. She's talking, and then there's people there just yelling and cheering sometimes. So let me see if we can find some other things here.
She's got her script in front of her.
First and foremost, farmers are suffering from high input costs, which occurred when we had record high inflation under the Biden administration.
Nobody's buying that anymore. She's got her script in front of her. Yeah.
You know, I speak with farmers very routinely.
Fuck yeah. This is why Julie Fedorchak is too cowardly to do one of these in person. But she just stick to the script too, like this lady. They're all fucking interchangeable.
That high input costs are a problem, whether it's fertilizer, whether it's
let's see. So it just continues with this entire thing where there's people just booing her. And let me see if we got down here. All right, then we actually got a gentleman who kind of rises up. I think he might be trying to challenge her for the seat.
Are you getting paid?
I'm not getting paid. I want to answer the question, ma'am. Okay.
So Mary and Shelley both have similar questions.
She just doesn't give a fuck about these people. She's just like, I'm gonna go out here and say this shit, whether you like it or not. That's the narrative. I'm looking like how many interchangeable blonde white ladies. Yeah.
There are a lot of blonde
There's a bunch of them. Yeah.
But let's see. So that guy went on to vote her out, and I think
all of the tactics.
I also respect that guy's commitment to the bit.
So Channing bring him back, the guy who said vote her out. So
yeah,
this is really embarrassing for Jay. I love it.
Yeah, good. We need to laugh these people back in the holes they belong in.
All right. Anyway, that was just a little bit of good news. Let's
do one in person, Julie. I'll drive anywhere in the state. I'll take time off work. I don't give a shit.
Shit, I'll come too.
Yeah.
Okay, back to once again the. Okay, I can't do a bit a third time. Time to make fun of our president. Okay.
Yeah.
True Social. This is some funny shit here. In this case, his own AI tool is calling him BS on his claims about tariffs, January 6th, and the bid for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Shocker.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't Grok routinely say that Musk is a shitbag?
Oh yeah, Grok's woke.
No, it's infected with the woke mind virus. All right, get it right.
So things you already knew, right? So I guess this outlet. Let me see. Is it the Bulwark or yeah? Okay, yeah, that's fine. They're just like another independent.
They're associated with like the Midas Touch and all that.
Yeah, kind of like that. They're right leaning, but also trying to hates the president and MAGA. So. But who doesn't? Yep. So then they ask him simple questions, right? Do Trump's tariffs cost American people money? AI says yes. Powered by perplexity. Oh, these guys are getting fired.
Now they're probably owned like partly by one of his kids.
That's pretty bad. Things
partly.
Like tariffs, taxes, imports. They all blame the president.
Didn't Barron get a job at Nvidia or some shit?
Probably.
Maybe. So in this case, just kind of
Is he computers on? Hell yeah.
Everything's computer.
So it's great. So they use the same model to tell the truth because trying to make things lie in AI, it's kind of hard sometimes.
It would be really funny if they used DeepSeek on there.
I could see it. Let's see. The next one up I have here is.
Oh yeah, it's backed by Jeff Bezos and Nvidia.
Totally not evil.
Yeah.
PM.
That reminds me, real quick, I want to shout out a YouTube channel called Gamers Nexus. You may have heard of them. They're doing a really cool, 3-month-long expose on NVIDIA and a bunch of other corporate ties and political ties and corruption. So it's pretty cool. I think you should check it out. They've done some pretty great reporting on that kind of stuff in the past. They are rigorously researched and they know their shit. So check out Gamers Nexus.
Yep. I'll just put it right here on the screen. So Gamers Nexus, and it might start playing on immediately. Oh, okay, great. Yep. So I see AI GPU black market in the video. So NVIDIA,
Yep.
there you go.
Yeah, check out that video. It's sweet.
Let's see. All right. So in this case, even though the Bulwark is an opinionated kind of piece, I guess Axios also verified that the answers are similar because AI stuff is, they train the same thing. They all train on like similar models sometimes. But here's another one where Donald Trump claims nobody knows what a magnet is. This is a clip.
I don't. This guy is Grandpa. Somebody come get Grandpa. This is like when Reagan was almost done, and he was like, "I'm a teenage girl."
The clip will speak for itself, I think.
But it's so. President Xi was willing to do the rare earth thing. That's magnets. Now nobody knows what a magnet is. If you don't have a magnet, you don't make a car. You don't make a computer. You don't make televisions and radios and
magnets
all
are bad for computers.
It's a 30-year effort to monopolize a very important thing. Now, within 2 years, we'll have magnets, all the magnets we want, but we don't. Because of tariffs, I called. I said, listen, here's the story. You're going to play the magnet. I'm going to play the tariff on you. And for national security purposes,
I'm going to play the tariffs. Listen, I'm going to play the magnet game.
I can think of at least 3 clowns that know about magnets.
Holy shit.
Stop and look around. It's all astounding. Water, fire, air, and dirt. Effing magnets. How do they work? Copyright strikes. Right abound. That's why I'm here post-processing the sound.
Shaggy 2 Dope is very litigious and protective of his IP as he should be.
Well, sorry about that. This episode will not be shown, apparently.
Damn.
But good pull, honestly. I like that.
The Donald Trump dunking hour has not stopped. Donald Trump says that the United States does not have enough people with certain talents to fill the jobs domestically. So we got.
You hear that? You hear that, Cal? You don't have talent.
That is true. He is right. That's why we have immigration.
That's the point of immigration, is because Americans are too fucking dumb to fill out any of these damn jobs. That's why we have to hire them. We've been cutting education for decades, and we're like, why, save money? And
why are people so dumb?
Why are the workers so dumb?
Yeah. Oh no. Because college is too expensive, and
keep cutting education.
And all education is DEI and must go.
That's right. We have to.
Education is woke.
Yeah.
Look at me. Look at my lip. Woke.
Woke. Oh, hang on. I can't. Woke.
Dude, I got the clip. I don't have the clip. Okay, but anyways, who's good at doing a Trump impression?
I think Cal's probably the best one.
It's me.
Okay, great.
We have plenty of talented people here. Oh wait.
So we have plenty of talented people here. Yep.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people off the unemployment line. Say, I'm going to put you in a factory, and you're going to make missiles.
There's no missile factories, bro.
Yeah.
The reason they're so expensive is because they're fucking.
I love getting up at 7 a.m. and my wife hands me a tin lunch pail, and I'm off to the missile factory at my job. honestly, that would be great. Like,
I'm just
but
loving.
That's not real.
Yeah. So in this case, he's signing an executive action. This is from signing to impose a $100,000, which is kind of ridiculous. We need H-1B visas. People to come in to do these jobs, but we're going to charge them $100,000 application fee. And for these people to trying to come in and leave the country, we charge them $1,000 to come in and leave out. It was wild. So, but in this case, he's like saying, nah, you know what? The Chinese ones, the India ones, they're the good ones. So we want those to come in. We got, I guess, Marjorie Taylor Greene is solid against you being replaced by foreign labor. So, she's
She apologized for playing a part in toxic politics, like today.
She can still go fuck herself.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's she's trying to pivot, and she's getting on the right side of history for once, and I'm like, I don't want to kick her out. Well, enemy of enemy is my friend, but also it's fine. She did feel threatened,
and Trump had a whole paragraph about like withdrawing support, and you can always tell when it's Trump's PR team because there won't be random capitalizations and like it'll have proper punctuation but like they're trying to make it seem like him now by adding thank you to the attention to this matter at the end of everything, but you know that was his PR team writing it.
I think it's all his PR team. It's just sometimes he dictates directly, sometimes he doesn't.
Oh, I think sometimes he gets on his phone with all those caps.
Bro, I don't think that motherfucker. I don't think that motherfucker would be able to hold his phone long enough to type that shit out.
Yeah, he's definitely like. Well, they asked him on the plane like why he had an MRI, and he's like, I don't know. Like, what?
Let's see. Is this the one? Oh no,
it was another cognitive test.
So yeah. So anyways, MAGA pretty mad about making America first, and he's like, no, why you import these people? So this is kind of expected,
you know. The Nick Fuentes of the group are mad now too.
Yeah. Them great.
They're super mad, which is funny because his last name is Fuentes.
It's fine. What's this one?
That guy fucking sucks.
Oh, this one, yeah. Okay, so this is him kind of crashing out on the plane. So they're gonna ask him a question about the emails. Let's see. I guess we're just gonna send it. If you haven't seen this yet, guys, I don't know where you've been. This is fantastic. I love it.
Yeah.
Marks from President Trump.
With the president of Harvard, who you know, who that is, Summers, Larry Summers, whatever his name is, and all of the other people that he spent time with. Jeffrey Epstein and I had a very bad relationship for many years, but he also saw strength because I was president. So he dictated a couple of memos to himself. Give me a break. You got to find out what did he know with respect to Bill Clinton, with respect to the head of Harvard, with respect to all of those people that he knew, including J.P. Morgan Chase.
Sir,
yeah, Jennifer, go ahead.
Incriminating in the file, Venezuela, why not? Why acting as a
quiet, Mickey.
Yeah, so
quiet.
So you kind of lunge at the lady.
Yeah.
Your grandpa is like mad that you told him.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna find out what Epstein knows in relation to Bill Clinton. Do you think this guy forgot that he blew Bill Clinton? He just thinks that, like, I never did that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's the other one. He has decided to just ask what Pam Bondi go look in the Epstein files.
Yeah. So this is kind of the clever thing because if it's part of an active investigation, they can't.
Yeah, they can't release. Yep.
But this is also this is a like classic political move actually, because it happens on a lot lower scale usually in like smaller corruption things, but it's just another thing to hold their feet to the fire with. Like we've already kind of been doing it. It's just another hurdle we have to clear, honestly. So, and then I saw that Ro Khanna was like, "Oh, we're gonna get like 40 or 50 Republicans to join our vote next week," and I'm like, I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case either. He's very optimistic.
Yeah, I hope that's true.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll see. I think that's what we got for news for that I have read news. Any kind of things you guys want to talk about? The upcoming war with Venezuela, China is.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. Everybody's gonna get drafted. Tommy's gonna get drafted. I'm gonna get drafted, even though I already served.
I got bone spurs.
Oh, okay. I have bone spurs too. Yeah, Tommy, you have bone spurs?
No, I'm just overweight.
Oh, you can.
I'm just morbidly obese. I'm class.
I'm gonna go on the record and say if you put me on a boat, I'm gonna just suck everybody off.
So China has decided to send a hospital ship to Nicaragua as the U.S.-Venezuela standoff intensifies. This is China weighing in once again. When America falls, China is ready to take up the reins, as China like to do. Yeah.
Oh, I'm kind of just going through ground news here real quick.
The CNS Silk Road.
Yes, the Arc Silk Road 867. You have a problem with the name of the ships? It's such a good name. It's so good. Screw presidents.
Arc Silk Road.
Lord.
Called
Michelle
Harmony
Obama says the U.S. is not ready for a woman president.
That's right. I agree with her.
Wow.
Because there's just enough Americans that are too sexist, and they're not ready for this.
I think we're ready for a woman president, but yeah, probably America.
I think I perfectly am fine with having a woman president. I think women do just as good a job, sometimes even better than men.
Nah, bro, DEI.
Yeah. Look, we had two extremely qualified candidates. You can say what you want about Hillary Clinton. She is qualified to run the job.
Yeah, I think she was qualified. Was she probably fucking weirdo, fucking what's the word? I'm not gonna say evil. I don't think she's necessarily evil, but
I think she's got a hint of it.
Yeah, I think she's got some malignant there.
Malignance. Power hungry? Sure. I agree with that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the thing is, she is qualified for her job, and I do think that, just like Kamala Harris qualified for her job.
Yeah, she was very educated. She had experience as a Secretary of State. But
I think Kamala was way more qualified than Hillary was.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, but so in this case, we have an interview with Michelle Obama. They're like, Michelle, do you want to go in? And then she's like, nah. We saw in the past election, sadly, we ain't ready. We ain't ready for this.
Well, for Michelle Obama's problem is that she's not only a woman, but she's also black.
Yes.
Yep. So in this case, that's why I'm like, don't even look at me about running, because y'all are lying. You're not ready for a woman. We got a lot of growing up to do, and there's still a lot of men who do not feel like they can be led by a woman, and we saw it. They'd rather have this criminal, old idiot.
Fucking old rapist, fucking like mentally incapable, fucking shitbag in a stacks of fucking turd in a human suit.
A miserable pile of burgers.
Yep, and they would still rather have that.
They would still rather have that than a woman.
So that's what I'm like. I that's the thing. Other countries, we've had women do things just fine. Some of my favorite women in politics. I'm gonna say Angela Merkel. She's top 5. Margaret Thatcher. I know people hate her.
Oh my God.
We got
Tommy. Shut up.
I don't know anything about Margaret Thatcher. I'm just trying to think of famous women.
He just knows her name.
Sorry. Okay. I probably should know.
Yeah.
But,
I forget what the name of the there was a few ladies.
Oh, what was Liz Truss?
Liz Truss. We just can't keep naming women.
Yes, let's just continue
they're
terrible women leaders from British history.
That's just the Britons. You have to understand. There's strong women everywhere in different parts of the world in politics. It's just that Great Britain just doesn't do very
good. The Prime Minister of Japan is a woman. And I do have, she seems like she's also very qualified for the job. Not that I don't have some criticisms, but, she was talking about the other day how she only gets like 2 to 4 hours of sleep a night. And, Japan's the like overworking culture, center of the world, outside of slave labor.
The Mexico's president is a woman. I think so. She's
and she was literally assaulted on the street last week.
Mm-hmm.
And that's horrible.
In terms of other bad, I'm trying to think. I think like South Korea, but that's a different issue. They're like, the country is run by like 5 corporations there, and then the lady is like in a cult. But that's
Samsung, not the country.
Yeah, the entire country in the politics. So that I don't want to blame South Korea on this. I mean, that's South Korea as a whole. I'm not just saying that just because of her, because that's insane. That shit's just crazy. But there are women leaders everywhere, and America is not ready for it.
Wait, what are those corporations? Is it Samsung? LG.
It's the ones you think it is.
LG.
Yes.
Daewoo.
Yeah.
Daewoo's still around?
I believe so.
Dang.
unless they're owned by LG.
I know Hyundai is one of them. They might be owned by Hyundai now.
5
Because Hyundai does like big commercial shipbuilding and shit now too.
It's Samsung, SK Group, Hyundai, LG, and POSCO, whatever POSCO is. Which
Never heard of it.
They're it's a steel producer for like rechargeable batteries and other stuff like that.
Oh, they were bankrupt many years ago. Never mind. During the okay.
Oh, Daewoo, yeah, Daewoo was.
Yeah, okay.
But SK Group,
but they were huge when I was young many years ago. My bones.
That's right. That's the Geo. That's right.
You could get a day like that was the joke when I was a kid. Is that you could get a Daewoo TV, you could get a Daewoo car, you could get a Daewoo rifle.
What?
Yeah. Daewoo makes like some pretty good military rifles.
Interesting.
I'll send you a link.
All right. To any other news you guys want to talk about? I know you have a hard out in like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Let me check. I saw that the pardoned leader of the Proud Boys, Enrique Torres, was at a ICE photo shoot.
ICE photo shoot. Proud Boys.
Gee, I wonder why they're not arresting him with his name.
Yeah, right. That's so ironic that like it's some Latino boy that's like in charge of the fucking Proud White Boys.
Look, man, he's only Latino in skin color.
It's probably because he works harder than the white guys.
Let's see.
I doubt it.
We got another like, super racist group. The Oath Keepers are coming back.
Oh yeah, the Oath Keepers. Yep, they're another super racist group.
Super far.
I remember when they formed up, they were trying to be this like grassroots things of like, yes, just to resist illegal orders, and then it fucking turned into a whole thing about white supremacy.
Yep.
That was right. They were only around for a few years, like before I got into law enforcement.
So they're trying to reform because the guy got pardoned, Stephen Rhodes, and yeah, so
yeah,
repel invasions, suppress insurrections, but aren't they the insurrectionists?
Yes, that's what we have a National Guard for, and a Second Amendment. I talk a lot about, I worked in the prison system. Ghislaine Maxwell, a convicted sex trafficker, was moved to a federal prison camp where she is getting all sorts of special treatment.
Are you talking about that one in Texas?
Yeah, FCC Bradley or whatever it's called. It's just some name, federal
corrections
camps. Yeah. Yep. And so she gets her own puppy playtime. She all her guests get special snacks, and she gets special food from outside the prison. And she gets like more time and whatnot to prepare documents. And apparently the staff there are helping her ask for a commutation of her sentence, which is bullshit. Also, she lied in that deposition.
Yep, everything's a lie. Things which outlined in deposition, and the emails released by the Epstein estate kind of show that that's true. So, you know what, CNN, I know that you hate my browser, but it's fine. So in this case here, some employees of, I guess you said this Club Fed, I guess what they've been calling it as a nickname.
More or less, yeah.
So they've just been fired for sharing some of these emails and things.
I want to thank those brave workers for getting those emails out there. A lot of these people know that they're sacrificing their job and their livelihood to get the truth out, and they don't get enough thanks.
Yeah, so yeah, she's definitely running the prison. That's kind of what they've been saying. So anybody who kind of criticizes her, any other inmates who are trying to insult her, and they just get sent into, I think, some forms of punishment. So it's pretty crazy.
More Eighth Amendment violations.
Yeah, like those matter anymore. Yeah, it's suggestions. The legal system needs to enforce itself and takes care of its things. And if they don't believe it, if nobody's enforcing it, the laws might as well don't exist. So that's the problem. It's based on faith.
Oof. Oh, yeah. Trump is trying to get the custody of that Colorado elections clerk who tried to change the results of the elections in Colorado. And she got ultra sentenced to prison. And now Trump is like, no, we want custody of her, probably so they can stick her in a club fed as well.
Yeah, this lady.
Look, it's another blonde old white lady.
Yeah, Tina Peters. Okay,
so this is the other thing too, is she's in a state prison. And she was convicted of state crimes. Unless the feds are going to also charge her federally with those crimes, which they could do, but doesn't happen very often. I mean, it could be because it's a federal election, but usually they leave that to the feds and they run the sentences concurrently, blah, 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 blah. There is no reason they should be seeking her transport to a federal facility unless they're going to protect her and put her in a club fed.
That's crazy. Todd Snyder died.
Let's see.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is seeking authority because MAGA is trying to
Oh
attack
yeah,
her.
that's a developing thing. MTG, aka Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Marjorie Taylor Brown, because her grass is gone
Yeah,
bad.
her grass is no longer green.
Marjorie Taylor Blue, because she's a Democrat now.
Yeah, according to
According to Papa Trump, yes. It's actually pretty fucking funny when one of the craziest fucking people, it's just completely turning.
She's like, yo,
she's still a fucking weird. She's still a fucking freak.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
She's still the like Jewish space lasers lady and fucking insulting Jasmine Crockett on the fucking Congress floor. Like she's not a good person, but like maybe there's a shred of her conscience left. That or she just sees the sinking ship.
Yep. So she says she's worried because threats against me are being fueled and egged by the most powerful man in the world. I'm like, yeah, you're literally attacking the most powerful man in the world right now. It's crazy. So,
which is so dumb because he's so incompetent.
Yeah, he's
the whole
incompetent.
thing is
Incompetent is a nice way of putting it.
I kind of refer to them as paper Nazis because that's all they can do. All they can do is this lawfare, and it's starting to not work for them because, like, we've already seen the rise of the anti-Trump jury with like the sandwich guy and now a couple other things, and then we're going to see it again here soon. Like the federal judges are already like fucking had it. But it doesn't matter if he can just send the fucking ICE led by the Proud Boys wherever he fucking wants.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if that's what it comes down to, then things are going to devolve very quickly from there.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so this next one here we got here that was posted. The GOP senator.
Yeah, so this one, I think I shared this with you, Cal, about that they had a VA hearing some time ago where basically they brought in actually a retired lieutenant colonel who himself benefits from the VA programs that
he's not even full bird
criticizing. And not to take away from his service, but
he's not full bird.
The whole notion that veterans are just abused. The whole idea here is that they need to reevaluate the way that they carry out like the process of getting people disability from the VA, which already is kind of fucked up if you ask me.
Oh, it's bad.
It's extremely it's such a fucking
punishing.
It's such a fucking process to get any sort of, I guess, audience essentially with the VA to try and get anything for your service. Which if you don't need it, you don't need it. But if you do, then that's.
I had a very good friend who like he worked at the prison with me, and he was in the Army, and he had a fucked up back, real bad, and like he looked like he had scoliosis and shit, right?
Oh, yeah.
And there would just be days where he's like, I can't fucking stand up, and it's like, I'll get your tier, buddy, don't worry about it. And it took him like 2.5 years to get seen for disability by a person. like
Yeah.
through the VA.
Yeah, like I have a friend who we met in boot camp. He went on to he went into the infantry, and then he was deployed to Afghanistan twice.
Yep.
And that motherfucker does not sleep. He's got all kinds of ailments, including PTSD, which is why he doesn't really sleep. And to start with, they gave him a rating of like 50%.
Lord.
Which alone, that PTSD should, for somebody like that who can't really hold a job because of that. Like that's he needs to either be super fucking medicated or like dealing with constantly not sleeping all the time.
Yeah.
And either way, you're not going to be able to do anything productive as far as a job goes. And the even if you get 100%, it's still like less than
it's
$4,000.
not very much money.
It's not. It's like less than $4,000 a month that you get for 100% disability.
Correct.
That's like if they want to argue that people are getting on the VA disability system to not work, then they need to fucking reevaluate themselves because people cannot afford to live on this.
No.
Yeah, $4,000 is nothing.
No. That's This is and remember, these are all cuts that took place and changes that took place under the first Trump administration and now the big beautiful bill.
Yeah, and actually some of these hearings I was listening to and watching, they were proposing that they do away with anybody's VA disability if they have less than 60% disability.
I was actually reading about that as well, which is fucking insane.
So this is a common thing that what happens, right? Is
it's just the same thing as them calling people on Snap fucking lazy and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I guess
they don't care that they were veterans or served this country or lost a limb in another
No, bro,
country.
They don't give a shit. They're just gonna be like, "Oh, thank you for your service," and then that's fucking it. That's their fucking grandstanding for you. That's it. They just want to use people in the military and veterans as a fucking political prop. That's it.
100%.
So in this case here, I'm not signing into you Washington Post, but okay. So in this article by the Military Times, so this happens a lot. Is like places make these kind of posts, cherry pick some incidents of maybe some people show
cherry pick.
Yeah, and they say, that means the entire system is fucked up. This is how they're taking away our Medicare. This is how they're taking away of everything. Is sometimes you just see a few bad apples and like, that means the entire bunch might be spoiled. I'm just like, look, but it's overwhelmingly, the VA program and these things take care of people who need it, like 99%. So
yeah,
if you want to hunt down the 1%, hunt down the 1%, but don't punish everybody. That's crazy.
Yeah, geez.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. A lot of these people have no fucking healthcare other than the VA system, which already the VA system is trash. I have VA healthcare. Do you think I use it? No, because I know I'm just gonna add to the fucking shitty wait times and to the fucking shitty conditions.
Yeah,
and I live near a big fucking hospital. You know the fucking wait time to get an appointment?
Months?
Like 3 months.
Yeah. Well, my grandfather was in the military for many years and he had VA health benefits, and it was not great at the end of his life. He kept going and they're just like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. And then eventually.
Yeah, that's what they do. They just keep pushing people. There's nothing wrong with you, or they pump you full of fucking meds you don't need.
Yeah, you just got bad heartburn. You're overweight. You got to lose weight. And then it was cancer. So, yeah, not the greatest level of care, sadly. And we should make it better. That's why we are all for reform and not just like the status quo.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to try to make it better. Like this is the challenge, right? Because a lot of times people get mad, so we just want to burn it all down and start from scratch because that sounds like the right thing to do. But
it might be easier, but no,
it's not. That's the thing. It really isn't. You have to try to work and refine the system. Not everything is gonna be working right the first time around, right? People still learn. So
It's definitely a fucked up process because you get somebody who can come in here and defraud the system for fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars, and nobody fucking bats an eye until they find out about it and make a big fucking stink out of it. But yet you got people with actual issues who come in and their shit never gets looked at and gets denied immediately.
Exactly.
Let's see. So in this case, the recommendation to overhaul is giving ratings for illnesses such as hypertension, or old fat people conditions.
Oh, I'm one of
He
those.
said requiring veterans to get mental health treatment if they have disability is removes the incentive of false claims. So they're basically kind of saying that mental health treatments are just a way to create a lot of
They
more
do
false
get that.
claims. Yeah.
They do get that. They get fucking. They have therapy. They have fucking mandated counseling sessions for a lot of this shit.
But they're saying these
This
mandated
isn't, this
counseling
isn't fucking
is
rocket science.
right.
Yeah.
I think having mental health is kind of important as just as much
Yeah.
as physical health. And just saying, hey, we're gonna start cutting some of these things to save money. I'm like, but dog, we had so much PSTD issues, like veterans from like what was it, Vietnam and shit.
Yeah, that's Vietnam veterans are why a lot of this started.
Yeah.
And like even some homeless people on the street right now, some of them are just veterans. We have just massive mental health issues. It's a non-zero amount of people. So I guess that's what it used to be. Now it's just regular 9 to 5 working people who can't afford.
You know what's crazy is you could run on the platform of like I'm gonna try to find every homeless veteran I can and get them the home and help they need, and it would cost like $4 million, which is nothing to the U.S. government.
Yeah, I mean you're probably being a little on the
low side,
conservative side,
on the low side, but it would not be anything outrageous compared to our fucking national compared to what we fucking put into the defense budget. No,
Right?
it wouldn't be shit.
Yeah, part of that defense budget could be used to help take care of the ones that have already fought and
then the joke is well, I helped all the homeless veterans. Now let's help all the rest of the homeless. See how cheap that was?
That's how it works. So that's why you're not going to help the homeless veterans.
I think
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think there's a figure out there that's saying that there's some like number of houses per homeless person.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they're just held empty sometimes because big corporations like BlackRock or whatever, they just buy these homes, corporate homes.
Yep.
And they just
let's see. Look, there's 28 vacant homes for every one person experiencing homelessness.
But non.
Think about that.
We're making America great again for BlackRock.
I mean, but that's the thing. There's so many empty homes, and just if you can. But the thing is, a lot of people they say these things, but you have to be okay with having sometimes low income, these people living in your neighborhood. Like I am fine with it, but a lot of people have what we call like the not in my backyard, the NIMBYs. Like these are great things that we want to solve, but I don't want to do shit about it. So this is what we call performative, right?
Yep.
You have to live and breathe in the things that you believe in. And these people are just, go out here. They're happy to do a protest once or twice, but you ask them to go like actually do some fighting, email people. They ain't gonna do this shit. That's too much work for them.
Yeah.
So the same thing.
Yeah.
So I hate those people too. So, anyways, anything else? That was a pretty good one to end on. I think
that was a pretty good one. Yeah.
So I'm gonna send us off in my favorite way possible. Thank you for joining us here. Sorry. Thank you for joining us here at Crying is a Free Action podcast. We try to be here every week as we can, but we are people with busy lives, and we're just here to, talk about things that matter to us. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Tommy, for hosting this week. It was a big help. I had a really busy couple of weeks. I was out of town last week and everything, so thank you again. And I'm going to thank Al as well for being here. Thank you, Al.
Yeah, thank you, Al. Yep. And then
you can check us out at easyvotend.com. Check out the law enforcement tips. I got a few things I'm going to add to it. There's a few punctuation things I need to fix in there too. But
let me add something. I think If you have something that you want to add, if you have changes you want us to make, send an email to easyvotend@gmail.com.
Absolutely.
Send us constructive criticism, help us improve the show. We know we don't get we don't get that many views. We're not doing it for the views. We're just doing it.
We're bearing witness.
Yep. Here's a little help form here. You can go easyvotend.com/help if you want.
Yep, you can fill out those forms. You can be the first one.
We're actually missing a message field here.
Bro, just email us.
Just email us. It's fine.
Yeah.
easywotend@gmail.com. And anyways, because it is apparently I'm hosting, we always end everything in a parade.
Yeah.
Góp phần vào thắng lợi vĩ đại của dân tộc, hun đúc nên truyền thống chiến đấu anh dũng, mưu trí sáng tạo, làm chủ vùng biển, quyết chiến, quyết thắng. Ngày nay,
This is actually much better than the American parade.
tinh nhuệ hiện đại, phát huy tốt vai trò nòng cốt, bảo vệ vững chắc chủ quyền biển đảo thiêng liêng của Tổ quốc.
I don't hate their salutes, believe it or not.
Đang tiến vào lễ đài là khối sĩ quan phòng không không quân. Trong
this one's way better.
Look at this.
Những phương tiện chiến đấu hiện đại này sẽ góp phần nâng cao
Look
sức
at
mạnh
those Soviet
chiến đấu
era
của quân đội.
fucking
Đồng thời
IMV.
làm minh chứng
I
hùng
got
hồn
that in
cho
Snow
cuộc tiến
Runner.
vượt bậc của công nghiệp quốc phòng Việt Nam. Chủ động, tự lực, tự cường.
That guy is not impressed.
Sẵn sàng bảo vệ
Which one? The really old guy?
Yeah.
mọi tình huống.
Đang tiến vào lễ đài là khối xe pháo quân sự của Bộ Tư lệnh Pháo binh tên lửa.